I think that there were a lot of fears in lots of different circles for different reasons. Everybody felt like people who had attempted suicide were fragile and needed to be safeguarded and taken care of and protected from everything. And then from the professional side, there were concerns about liability and that type of thing.
Yeah, it's that in our culture, all of those experiences, you hit a lot of judgment and discrimination and stigma in different communities and assumptions, all of that. I'm Pata Sugimoto. I am the current chair of the Lived Experience Advisor Committee. I think it's important for people to pay attention to lived experience because it's kind of like you're not paying attention to the people who are most affected and most impacted by what you're doing. And that seems really ludicrous to me. Like, why would you not pay attention to the people that are most impacted? And I think it has to do with stigma and discrimination and judgment and all those things.
The issue is not my suicidality. The issue is the reactions from people and what they do when they hear the words, I am suicidal. That's the issue. That has always been the issue for me. For me, suicidal thoughts have never been dangerous to me, have never made me feel fearful. What has made me fearful are people's reaction and then using control, coercion, retaliation in order to address it.
I've been on panels where I was the last person in a lineup right before lunch. They were running late. Everyone was waiting for lunch. And they forgot to say that I was Dr. Pata Sugimoto. They left off the doctor because how could a person with lived experience be a doctor?
In the Suicide Prevention Resource Center, our goal is to help build capacity across the nation for implementing the National Strategy for Suicide Prevention.
So we have a committee that we essentially insert into all of our projects. So say we're working on a project for an emergency department and it's maybe 10 pages of documents, and we are looking for a person who has either worked in an emergency department or maybe sought services there. It could be a number of things. And they help look at that content and tell us, this is missing, or this doesn't feel like it's speaking to me, or maybe my perspective needs to be over here or something like that. And they help us shape that content. So SPRC has a really unique program because, we are an organization that creates content. We create best practices. We offer guidance. We have learning courses. We have content that shapes, what others should be considering when they're doing the work that they're doing. We have all sorts of toolkits and all of these things that are geared at every type of perspective, every type of setting, whatever it is, wherever you work, whoever you are, there's something that we can help you understand when it comes to suicide.
We have committee members that are influencers. We have committee members that are clinicians and have worked as a clinician for a really long time. We have committee members that have worked with peer work. We have committee members that have built peer programs entirely. They're all leaders in the field in some way.
I've worked on a toolkit for a national 988 hotline, a couple of other projects, but it's been just so humbling to be able to be a part of such great work, to also be included, to be able to talk and have my voice heard, and to be able to talk about how we could give that same voice to the rest of the lived experience community.
The people in LEAC want to see me thrive. I can talk about these things and meet other professionals that can help me find different interesting ways to do the work, something to bring back, something to share, even if it's just for us to sit and hold space with one another.
The fact that I am compensated, not only compensated in terms of emotions and but money, that I want to put out there, because many times, a lot of times actually, I am asked to do things for free. And I always wonder, what if I had a PhD? What if I was a researcher? What if? And so the fact that I don't have to question that is a big relief.
They are experts in their own experience. And if they are making our products better, we need to recognize and compensate for that.
We're not necessarily just sharing people's stories. We do that on occasion, but most of the time we're really trying to help people with technical assistance or knowledge or things like that.